December 24th, 2022. Merry Christmas! Right on, right on, right on. Merry Christmas to anyone watching this video. The people who watch the videos often and subscribe to the channel. Wow, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. You know, we're all in this together. This is about just trying to stay motivated, sharing some good ideas. Today is going to be a negative video on Christmas Eve. I'm going to have to make a video tomorrow just to make up for this video. I'm sure you guys understand what's coming, right? So I've made a lot of videos about gig delivery not being sustainable by itself, you know, and one of the reasons I always give is the app. And it's just that Walmart Spark. From what I understand, Doordash's app crashed this week. Instacart app crashed this week. Blah, blah, blah. So it wasn't just Walmart Spark. Now, I don't know if the other apps crashed for 2 days, but these apps just crashed. They're often glitzy. It hasn't been as bad lately, the glitziness, but I'm pretty sure I got nailed for giving somebody extra stuff the other day because I was scanning an item in. It looked like it scanned to me, and then the same item popped up. Now that does happen when you make a substitution. Like let's say you make a substitution, and then the same item, they not only said they'll take that as a substitute, that same item pops up as a regular item. That's what I thought it was, but maybe I gave a customer an extra item. They complained, and in the last 10 shopping deliveries I've done, I've got it a cart check, which is no big deal. No big deal. Check it. I don't care. I'm not stealing. I'm not a thief. I'm not giving people extra stuff on purpose or anything like that. Go ahead and check it. I don't care. It was an honest mistake. If it was a mistake, I'm not even sure that's what happened, but I don't know why else I would get 12 cart checks in a row. It doesn't make any sense. So, blah, blah, blah. That's really not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how the old Walmart app hasn't worked for 2 full days. Is that crazy or what? I went out Thursday. It was supposed to snow, starting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We got snow, but it wasn't a whole bunch. 1 to 2 inches of snow is all we got. But it was brutally cold, like minus 20 wind chill. But they turned the app off that morning when it was 37 degrees and a flake hasn't fallen yet. And they've turned off the app in St. Louis. All the stores must have got together and said, hey, we're not going to do deliveries today. We're going to prepare for the weather, blah, blah, blah. Never told anybody. Matter of fact, I called support, and they just told me it was slow. I go, no, that's not it. We do this every day. A lot of us, we know when it's just slow and when the app's not working at all. So I felt stupid for even calling them, blah, blah, blah. She wanted to recap the call. I go, you don't need to recap the call. Not your fault. You're not the one who turned off the app. I don't want you to recap the call. Thank you very much. And then I just hung up. But, and then later that day, I guess the app crashed nationwide because of volume. There were rumors of $90 curbsides. I seen a $90 curbside that wasn't a unicorn, and then rumors of $50 shop orders with 4 items. Maybe they crashed the app, because they just had way too much volume for the amount of drivers nationwide. Because this snowstorm was pretty much nationwide, so a lot of people did not want to work at all yesterday. Plus it was minus 20 degrees, wind chill, all that. The St. Louis app, I guess they turned it on last night at some point. By then, I was one of the people who said, I'm done. We'll see what happens tomorrow. And it's tomorrow. I hope I can work about 4 or 5 hours today. how much money did it just cost me the last couple days? 300 or 400 probably minimum. So people that work full time, that depend on this to pay their rent, their light bill, their whatever you want to call it, gas bill, their car payment, everything else, they probably lost between $600, $700, $800, $900 in the last 2 days. I'm sure that they thought the last 2 days were going to be crazy busy. Now, some of it due to the weather, but they could have had shopping orders real easy. And some of, people have all-wheel drive and all that. They wouldn't have cared about the snow. I have a car that has 204,000 miles on it. I don't really care about the snow that much. My car gets a little dinged up, it gets a little dinged up. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do anything stupid anyway. So, and then yesterday, it was just cold outside. Put some gloves on, put a coat on. You know what I mean? The roads weren't bad. That day cost people $300-$400 to do this full time. That $400 is enough to pay whatever bill it is. It's probably enough to pay a car payment. It's probably enough to pay an electric bill and a gas bill all in one. It's probably at least a third of a lot of people's rent. And yeah, they just couldn't work because the app didn't work. I guess they could have, if you were doing this to eat, I guess you could have switched over to Doordash and just done that yesterday. And I still have the app. I didn't take it off my phone, just in case. Walmart's park is way better than Doordash, and it was just that Walmart that crashed. Supposedly Doordash app crashed, Instacart app crashed this week. That's why I have a W-2. I could probably make, now I make pretty good money, but now I could probably make close to what I make on the W-2 doing this. If I worked 6 days a week compared to 5 days a week, I could make more on a regular basis. In some weeks, way more. Especially if I worked like a Wednesday, Fridays, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday week, Monday week. I could make really good money, $2,000, no doubt in my mind. I'm just not willing to put all my eggs in that basket. And one of the reasons is definitely the app. It is a mess. It just stops working, or it's real glitzy. The whole 9 yards. And when it's real busy, like when you really need it to work, it tends to crash. So glad to be out here today. I'd like to make $200 today. That would be nice. That's disappointing. There was no way I wasn't going to make $1,000 this week, and now I'm hoping to make maximum $750. Will it kill me? No, it's not going to hurt me that bad. I'm still going to make over $2,000 this week, but it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot of other people way worse. And I feel for you people. I feel for the people who are doing this full time. I used to do this full time. I was in between jobs, and I did it full time for quite a few months, and I would have been devastated by this. I don't know what I guess I would have just, and then of course we're all off tomorrow, so that's 3 days off, 4 days off this week. One of them being Christmas. I mean, I get it. And then today is going to be not a half day probably, but I expect Walmart to stop handing out deliveries around 3 or 4 o'clock. So that's 4 or 5 hours off the table, plus 3 full days. That's rough, man. If you're doing this full time, that's probably going to cost people $1,000, man. And then it's going to force people. They'll have to work morning to night next week. I don't know how much. And then nobody's going to hit incentives. you know, there's unless you did 20 deliveries today, you know, which I'm not. I might get 6 in. I hope to get 5 in. You know, so I'm not going to hit any kind of incentive. So nobody's going to have money going into next week. That sucks. I mean, it's a mess, man. Yeah, and if I didn't have my W-2 to back up this, I'd be in big trouble. Big trouble on Christmas week. That's rough. That's rough. So what I would suggest is get at least some kind of W-2. Now, when I first started doing Walmart Spark, I had a 4x4 job where I would work 4 days and be off 4 days. I'll tell you what, that was perfect. That was perfect. But that job kind of was changing things. So the bottom line is that it was going to probably go to 5 days a week. So I just found a 5-day-a-week job and paid quite a bit more. And I still make good money with Walmart Spark. But like when something happened like this week, it didn't hurt me. You know, it's going to force me to maybe not buy this one last Christmas present or something like that. But my family's still going to eat. I'm still going to be a